Have you ever noticed how quiet the house feels these days? Maybe the kids are grown, or your partner's gone out, and suddenly, it's just you and the clock ticking. Pauses, stroking the cat. That's how I felt a few years ago. Loneliness wasn't just a mood, it was weighing me down. But then, this little guy, gestures to the cat, changed everything. And no, I'm not talking about some fairy tale miracle. I'm talking about science. Did you know that seniors with pets have 20% lower blood pressure, 30% fewer doctor visits, and a 50% lower risk of depression? Let that sink in. A furry or feathery friend isn't just company. It's a prescription for joy, health, and a reason to get up in the morning. And today, I'm sharing 3 perfect breeds that'll fit your lifestyle like a wagging tail fits a happy dog. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pets? At my age? What if I can't keep up? Smiles, setting the photo down. Let me stop you right there. You don't need the energy of a marathon runner or the budget of a zookeeper. What you do need is the right match. A pet that's low maintenance, affectionate, and downright impossible not to love. That's why we're starting with breed number 1, the gentle lap champion. Meet the ragdoll cat. Now, if you've ever wished for a companion who's happy to binge-watch Murder, She Wrote with you, this is your soulmate. Chuckles as the cat nuzzles her hand. Ragdolls are called puppy cats for a reason. They follow you from room to room, greet you at the door, and melt like a puddle in your lap. No yowling at 3 a.m., no scratching up the sofa. Just purrs, cuddles, and a built-in stress reliever. My neighbor Marge, who's 82 and uses a walker, says her ragdoll, Whiskers, is her nurse, comedian, and best listener all in one. And here's the kicker. Studies show stroking a cat for just 10 minutes lowers cortisol levels. That's the stress hormone, by half. Who needs a therapist when you've got Whiskers? Now let's talk logistics. Ragdolls thrive on routine. 2 meals a day, a clean litter box, get one with low sides, and a 5-minute brushing session twice a week. That's it. No marathon walks, no complex training. If you can make a cup of tea, you can care for this cat. And if you're worried about vet bills, many shelters offer senior discounts on adoptions, and pet insurance for cats is often cheaper than your monthly cable bill. Now, let's talk about breed number 2, the low-energy best friend. Because maybe you're thinking, cats are lovely, but I miss having a dog. Scratches the dog's ears. Enter the Havanese. This little fluff ball is like a teddy bear with a heartbeat. They're small enough to carry if your knees ache, smart enough to learn tricks without drama, and calm enough to nap while you finish your crossword. But don't let the naps fool you. They've got a secret superpower. Havanese are social butterflies. They'll make you the star of the park, the grocery store, even the post office. Laughs. My friend Carl, who's 70 and shy, adopted a Havanese named Bingo. Suddenly, strangers were stopping him to chat every day. I've made more friends in 6 months than I did in 6 years, he told me. And guess what? Socializing isn't just good for Bingo. It's medicine for Carl's brain and heart. Here's the best part. A 20-minute stroll around the block is plenty for these pups. No hiking boots required. And if rain ruins your walk, a game of Find the Treat in the living room keeps them happy. Just hide a biscuit under a cup and let them sniff it out. Mental exercise tires them out faster than a sprint. Now, before we get to breed number 3, the one that surprised even me, I want you to think about this. What does your perfect day look like? Quiet mornings with a book? Light puttering in the garden? Or maybe a little mischief to keep things interesting? Because the next breed we'll talk about, let's just say, they're full of surprises. Now, let's talk about the pet that turned my life upside down, in the best way. Meet breed number 3, the feathered chatterbox. Gestures to the parakeet. This little guy here is Sunny, and let me tell you, he's the reason I start every day with a laugh. When my doctor suggested I get a hobby after retirement, I never thought it'd involve teaching a bird to say good morning in 3 languages. But here's the thing. Birds like parakeets aren't just pretty faces. They're tiny, feathery therapists with a knack for pulling you out of a funk. And the best part? They're perfect for seniors who want companionship without the hustle of walks or litter boxes. Parakeets are the ultimate low-maintenance buddies. They thrive on routine, fresh food and water daily, a quick cage clean once a week, and a sprinkle of seeds as a treat. No grooming, no vet trips every month, and they're perfectly content to chat with you while you read or knit. My friend Ethel, who's 78 and lives in an apartment, says her parakeet, Mango, is her alarm clock, comedian, and daily dose of sunshine. And get this, studies show that listening to birdsong can lower anxiety and even reduce heart disease risk. Who knew a little chirping could be so powerful? But maybe you're thinking, birds are too noisy, or asterisk, I don't want to mess. Asterisk leans in, smiling. Here's the secret. Start with one bird, not a flock, and choose a cage with a pull-out tray for easy cleaning. Shows a simple cage setup. Sunny's cage takes me 2 minutes to tidy up each morning. And the noise? Parakeets chatter, sure, but it's more like background music than a rock concert. Plus, teaching them phrases becomes a game. Sunny's latest trick? Mimicking my laugh when I spill coffee. Laughs. It's hard to stay grumpy when a bird's roasting you. Now let's talk bonding. Birds are social creatures, but they don't need constant cuddles. Spend 10 minutes a day offering a treat from your hand, and they'll become your loyal sidekick. My neighbor Roy, who's 85 and has arthritis, says training his parakeet to fetch tiny paper balls gives him a reason to move his hands gently each day. It's like physical therapy with feathers, he says. And honestly, the joy on his face when that bird swoops across the room? Priceless. Now, you might be wondering, asterisk, where do I even start? Asterisk, here's the good news. Many animal shelters have programs just for seniors. They'll match you with a pet that fits your lifestyle, often waiving adoption fees or offering discounts. Take the Gray Muzzle organization, for example. They partner with shelters nationwide to help seniors adopt older pets who need calm, loving homes. Holds up the booklet. And if you're worried about outliving your pet, Foster to Adopt programs let you trial a companion first. No pressure, just love. Let's get real for a second. Adopting a pet after 65 isn't just about them needing you, it's about you needing them. A reason to smile when the news is grim. A nudge to stay active, even if it's just tossing a toy across the room. A heartbeat in the house that reminds you you're not alone. And whether it's a ragdoll's purr, a Havanese's wag, or a parakeet's serenade, that connection, it's everything. So here's my challenge to you. Picture your perfect day. What's missing? A quiet companion for your morning coffee? A goofy sidekick to make errands and adventure? Or maybe a splash of color and song to brighten your space? Whatever it is, there's a pet out there waiting to fill that gap. And in our final part, we'll talk about how to take that first step, avoid common pitfalls, and turn maybe someday into today. You know, when I first brought Sunny home, I worried I was too set in my ways for a pet. Asterisk, what if I'm not enough? Asterisk, I thought. Pauses, smiling at the parakeet. But here's the truth. Pets don't need perfect, they just need you. That morning scratch behind the ears, the scoop of food, the soft goodnight. And in return, they give you a reason to rise, to laugh, to feel needed. Today, let's talk about turning that what if into why not, and how to begin your own tail-wagging, purr-filled adventure. First things first, where to find your perfect match. Skip the puppy mills and pet stores. Head to your local shelter or rescue group. They're bursting with pets who'd thrive in a calm, loving home. Ask about Senior for Senior programs. Holds up a pamphlet. Places like the ASPCA often pair older adults with older pets. Think about it. A 10-year-old cat isn't a last resort. They're a soulmate who'll match your pace. My friend Helen adopted a 12-year-old lab mix named Bear. He's happy with a short walk and a long nap, she says. Just like me. Now, let's tackle the elephant in the room, costs. Yes, pets need food, vet care, and toys. But here's the good news. Many shelters cover initial vaccinations and spaying. Pet insurance? As low as $20 a month for cats. Winks. And that Havanese I mentioned? Small dogs eat less. A $15 bag of kibble lasts mine a month. Plus, organizations like Pets for the Elderly offer financial help. Bottom line, if you can afford a weekly latte, you can afford a pet. Still nervous? Try fostering. Shelters provide everything: food, supplies, vet care, while you provide the love. It's a trial run, no strings attached. My cousin Fred fostered a shy senior cat just for a week. 3 years later, he's her shadow. Turns out, Fred says, we both needed a second chance. Finally, let's talk about the big fear. What if I outlive my pet? It's a real worry. But here's the thing. Every day with them is a gift for both of you. And many shelters have plans in place to ensure your pet is cared for, no matter what. Pulls out a document. A Pet Promise program means you can rest easy. Because love isn't about forever. It's about making the moments count. So here's my challenge. Visit a shelter this week. Not to adopt, just to look. Sit with a cat. Watch a dog's goofy grin. Listen to a bird's song. See how your heart responds. Because that flicker of joy, that's your soul saying, asterisk, let's try. Asterisk. Now, I want to hear your story. Did you adopt a pet later in life? Are you thinking about it? Drop a comment below. Let's cheer each other on. And if this video sparked a little hope, do me a favor. Hit like, share it with a friend, and subscribe. Because life after 65 isn't about winding down. It's about opening your heart to new beginnings. Here's to fresh paws, gentle purrs, and the courage to love again. Thanks for watching. Now go out there and find your happy ending.